Hi there, RC Girl here. Today I have the new release from RC4WD. This is their cross-country off-road RTR with their BlackRock hardbody. Today we're going to take a look at the features of the new chassis, take a look at the hardbody, and then trail test it outdoors. So stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Here you're going to find RC reviews, tips and tricks, run videos, flight videos, and other things related to RC. So if you guys want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, head over to my Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff there, so make sure you don't miss it. First, let's take a look at the exterior. This is a 1/10 scale rig, but compared to some other standards out there like the SCX 10.3, you can see here that it is going to be smaller. It has an 11.9-inch wheelbase. It's going to be more in the realm of your scale trail rig. This is not an officially licensed body. It does have some features of some other rigs out there. This is considered their BlackRock hard body. For folks looking for scale replicas, this is not going to be that, but it does have a lot of cool scale details. The doors do not open on this body, but it does have a functioning hood that is secured with magnets. Actually, I had to reglue the magnets. It came from the factory unglued, but I used some Gorilla Glue E6000 shoe glue, one of those adhesives, and re-glued those back on. It has headlight and tail light buckets that are ready for a light kit. It comes with this metal plate on the front covering a more traditional grille, so it's removable if you want. One early mod I did was using this Faber-Castell artist pen to outline the panel lines. This is an extra small. I'll put a link to this in the description box below. I think it adds some nice depth. If you're going to use this, it takes a lot of time to dry. So another thing I did was sprayed a matte clear top coat over the top of this. The body came with like this shiny molded plastic. It made it look a little bit more toy-like than I wanted. So what I did is I sprayed Tamiya TS Flat Clear. The matte top coat adds a nice consistent finish and a more realistic look. I had to disassemble the body, but it was really easy to do. The body comes off by depressing these 4 tabs underneath the chassis. It is kind of difficult to get off, to be honest, but you don't have to worry about losing any body clips, and you don't see any body clips, so it's going to add to that realistic scale look. It also comes with an interior. You can also pop off the canopy and run it with just the rear roll cage. It's winter right now, so I don't want to expose my peoples inside that are driving to the elements, but if you want to run your rig like that, that's an option. It comes with 2 decal sheets. I added in the jagged body panel decals already. I think it looks super cool. One of my final quick mods that I did to this, I added a Warn winch, and you can wire that directly into your receiver and control it with your transmitter. We're already using up the 3 channels because this has a 2-speed transmission. We'll talk about that in a second. So to use the winch, right now it's just for looks. I'm gonna have to hook up my DX5 Rugged and get a couple more channels there. The front bumper here is molded plastic. If we're being picky, the fit on the front bumper, you can kind of move it around a little bit. The tolerances are not perfect, but it does the job. Let's talk about the wheels. This comes with OEM stamped steel beadlocks. These are actually quite heavy. It comes with a set of 5, so you can run the spare tire on the back of the body if you like. I did end up adding it. Our tires are 1.55-inch Compass MTs. These are officially licensed. I think these are the smallest tires I'm running on one of my rigs. It comes in RC4WD's X2S3 compound, which I believe is their softest compound. Squeezing it, it's really soft and sticky. Foams seem a little bit stiff, so we'll have to wear those in. I'm excited to try these out though. Now let's talk about the cross-country chassis. This is a new platform for RC4WD. I bet they're going to be releasing a couple different body options for this. This is a ladder frame chassis. It has some nice detailing here with the RC4WD logo and the battery tray. This rig is running their K44 cast metal axles. This is the same that are on my Galandi 2 Heritage Edition Land Rover. It has the offset pumpkin. This is featuring their R3 2-speed transmission. It comes with a nice, tough metal case, and their gear set is supposedly their hardest gear set yet, so it's going to be really nice, high-quality metals. This does have a slipper clutch, so we might have to adjust that after we run it. It has a center-mounted cast metal transfer case. Our drive shafts are a combination of metal and plastic. They have the RC4WD plastic Punisher shaft with steel universals. I'll put the dimensions here on the screen. So our suspension. This comes with RC4WD drive ultimate scale shocks. Their damper is separate from their spring. In the box, it comes with a couple different spring options. If you find that the spring rate is not to your liking, you can swap those out. It comes with 2 twister servos. One's going to be a chassis mounted steering servo and the other is your shift servo. These are twister, high torque, metal gear, digital servos coming in at around 300 ounce-inches of torque if you're running at 7.4 volts. I really like that it has a full-size shift servo. I have not had a lot of luck with shift servos in the past. I really like the shift mechanism here. It looks like it's pretty heavy duty. For our motor, it comes with the 540 size motor. This is a 45 turn brushed motor. It comes with a 12 tooth pinion gear. One thing I don't like is exposed spur and pinion gears. It would be nice to have a little motor cap here to keep dirt and debris out. You're just asking for getting dirt up in there. This comes with RC4WD drive's Outcry 3 waterproof speed control. This is also the same setup that I have in the Glandi 2 Land Rover Heritage Edition. Have had no issues with it so far. It's nice that it comes waterproof in the box. You can easily switch from NIMH to LiPos using this little pin here. You can also adjust a couple braking forward reverse settings here with another pin. And on our lead to our battery, it comes with an XT60 connector, which is great. That's what I run on all my rigs, all my batteries. So I won't have to be doing any soldering of cables or using an adapter. In the box, it comes with a 6-cell NIMH 3000 milliamp battery. I do use LiPo batteries, so I'm probably going to be using a 2 or 3S. I believe the ESC is rated to 3S batteries, so you can run a 3S if you want. This is on the smaller end of scale trail rigs though, so I might be running a 2S battery. I don't like to overpower my crawlers. It also comes with an NIMH wall charger. It's going to be on the slower end though. I would definitely recommend investing in a nicer charger. I recently did a review of a charger that I really like. I've been using it for a couple weeks now. I'll put a link to that video up here. I did really like that it came with everything you need in the box, including batteries for your transmitter, battery for the rig. You're good to go. You don't need to buy anything separately unless you want to. All right, lastly, let's take a look at our receiver transmitter. This is the same transmitter that came with the Glandi 2 Land Rover Heritage Edition that I have as well. So this is going to be great for controlling your 2-speed on here. But if you want to run anything else beyond the 3 channels, you're going to need to invest in a nicer receiver transmitter setup. I like that you can easily adjust your steering, your throttle endpoints, and also your steering and throttle trim. And your 3rd channel button is going to be here. So that'll be our 2-speed shifting. Just looks a little dated, but it'll get the job done. I think that is it for all the details. I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's take this out on the trail. After my short trail run on my backyard crawler course, what do I think of this rig? For the size of the rig, it's actually quite heavy and a lot of the weight is down low, so it feels very nice and planted when you're going over features or descending. I would say that these scalers are definitely more challenging to drive. The shorter wheelbase, the smaller tires. You can't just bomb over a feature, you really have to work it and pick your lines properly. It sort of struggled to get over some of the features, especially the infamous spiral staircase. I finally made it up, but it took me a couple attempts. I did have to sort of bump it up the feature, but it did make it up. Coming down the spiral staircase though, it actually descends really well. The drag brake on the ESC holds the weight of the rig nicely. It didn't come down too fast. It was a little bit wet outside. It's rained here recently. These are scale mud tires. The more the tires packed with mud, it made it harder to grip on some of the features. I think we do need to wear our foams in a little bit more. The backyard crawler course is kind of on the top of a hill. When I was finished filming, I was walking down with the rig, driving the rig down the hill, slipped down the side of the hill. It was super muddy. The rig was basically just kept tumbling probably 15 or 20 times. It stopped for a second and then it just kept rolling. So the hood flipped open. I lost one of the hinges here, is the little latch. Unfortunately, if I had a 3D printer, I could probably print another one. So I did lose a latch. The faux mirror piece on one of the side mirrors came off. So I would just suggest, if you're running this for the first time, make sure that everything is tacked down, glued together nicely from the factory. I would just double check everything. I was actually impressed with the condition of the body after it tumbled 20 or so times. I did really like the difference in gear ratio from the high speed to the low speed. You can really slow down the rig nicely. For my first run, I was running the ESC off the 6-cell NIMH that was provided as part of the kit. I noticed in my faster gear that even when I was just going up a hill, no feature or anything, the motor does not have a ton of torque. I'm thinking that it's just because I was running off at NIMH. Lipos tend to have a higher discharge rate. You can pull more power. So next I'm going to try it off the 2 and 3S lipos and see how it does. This rig is really noticeable that I don't have a driver there. I'm kind of on the fence about getting a scale driver. If I am trying to make these scale videos, I think adding a driver in there would be kind of cool. If anyone knows of some cool, realistic female scale drivers, let me know with a comment below. Definitely want to get my winch hooked up and get a light kit in here. So actually, before I took this out on the trail, my shift servo blew. Faulty servos is not unique to RC four-wheel drive. I've had that happen in my Traxxas TRX4, my Axial Bomber, my SCX-10 shift servos, or regular servos have gone out before I even got out on the trail. But this one I think was due to when I was shifting. So make sure you double check that the endpoints are set properly on your shift servo and you're not going past the endpoints where your servo is trying to compensate, and it blew my servo. So I just installed something I had lying around. Really easy to do, but make sure to double check your shift servo endpoints and set those properly. Otherwise, it was really fun testing this out. Thank you again to RC4WD Drive for sending me one of these to try out on my channel. So that is it for this video. Stay tuned for future videos. I'm actually trying out my first scale warbird on this channel. I've been flying mostly high wing planes and I just got a warbird. Also have a Proline van build going on my SCX-10 that we're gonna paint up and add some scale accessories to. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you later.